So today I was just sitting, enjoying my beautiful lunch, looking at the sun, thanking God for how beautiful life is. And this video popped up on my feed. This video from my mentor Charlie Morgan, and the title was pretty intriguing, to be honest. How to get so rich that your parents think you sell drugs. And I obviously like having the monkey brain, everything. I just freaking clicked on the video. I need the secret sauce, everything. And he spoke about a concept which I kind of understood. Like, we all have those things in our lives which we see, which we experience. We understand, okay, like, bro, this shit is true, but we're unable to articulate it. We're unable to put our thoughts on paper. And this video was exactly that. I'm like, bro, I've been observing this shit in my own personal life, whatever he's speaking about, since ages. Like, the past couple of months have literally been proving whatever he said in this video was correct. And the only reason I'm making this, obviously, he has done an awesome job explaining everything, is I actually applied this concept in real world in my real freaking business, and I learned some concepts which have a practical applications which will allow you to stand out in the competitive online business space, sell more of your services, whatever you want to sell, and basically like make more money and all of that nice stuff. So the main concept which Charlie was speaking about in this video of his was that whenever you have an experience, like let's say this is an experience. So yeah, whenever you have an experience, and this experience could be in terms of anything. It could be in terms of you going on a date and like just thinking, okay, this girl is gonna look like this, and then she looking like prettier. Like let's take this simple example. So you over here, like why the pen is so fat, bro? So this is you, and this is a girl. I know, very nice drawing or whatever. Yeah, this is girl. This is you. Let's say after ages, she finally agreed to you. She said, okay, bro, like let's go on a date and everything, and you're happy, your heart is beating fast, fast, fast. You're thinking, finally, she's going to be the one, everything, and you have massive high expectations. So in life, it is just basically like whatever our life is. It's just a collection, a accumulation of different freaking experiences. For example, me filming this video, this is an experience. You watching this video, it's an experience. You going to the gym, it's an experience. You going to a date is an experience. You going on a sales call, it's an experience. So all the things which we do in our life, it just constitutes an experience, and it is pretty safe to assume and say that a life is simply a collection of different experiences. All the experiences which we have a certain level of expectations. So let's say to measure the quality of this date, this is like a bar which measures the quality of the date which the girl finally agreed with you to go upon. Let's say this is 100 and this is 0. Now you might have an expectation for the date. This date is going to be like a 7 out of 10. This is the expectation. Like, this is not reality. The date has not even happened. You're just taking an assumption for the future that when this date actually happens, when you finally go and meet the girl, you see her, everything, you meet her at the coffee shop, you look in her eyes, you shake her hand, or whatever. This is what the overall experience would be like. This is the absolute worst case scenario, and this is the best case scenario. And you right now think the experience will kind of be like this. Let's say you actually end up on the date and you realize like her breath kind of stinks. Like, let's say for some reason she has smelly breath and she's not very well dressed. She showed up late. She's very rude to the person. Like, let's say you went on coffee and she's extremely rude to the waitress or something like that. You instantly lose respect for her. You instantly realize that the experience which you thought would be over here, it's not actually here. And let's say in your thinking, like for you, like let's say if we had to artistically rank this, we had to quantify the experience of the date out of a 10 out of 10, it was a 5 out of 10. This is where the experience is. So you had an expectation for the experience which was here, and you got this, which means you're now freaking disappointed. You're not very happy with your choice and your decision right now because you had this expectation over here, and now the expectation, like what you actually got in reality, that was over here. Now, let's say, hypothetically, this lady, she. Where's my freaking nice pen? This lady, she showed up on time. She had a very nice, high quality, like, she was exactly your type basically. She was wearing exactly the type of clothes you respect, everything. Like, you go to the coffee shop, she's extremely courteous, kind, she has a nice heart, she's extremely well spoken, she has her own hobby, she likes cooking, whatever you want, like, whatever your preferences. And you had this expectation of a date. You thought this would be a 7 out of 10. And because she has so many positive characteristics and traits, the experience actually ends up being like an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. And whatever your expectation was over here, it exceeded it. What do you think is going to happen when you finally end the date? When you finally go back home? You'll be very interested in setting up the next date with her. You'll be very interested in meeting her the next time as well. Because the overall experience over here, like you and her, this was so good that you just want more of her. I don't know if it has happened with you, but it has happened with me like so many times. You meet someone, you did not even think it's gonna be great, and they exceed your expectations. Like, we've all heard the story, right? The story of best friends, like, it's a very popular thing. Like, everyone is like, bro, we're best friends now, we're dating now, but initially, we hated each other. Like, the first girlfriend I had in my life, we were little enemies. Like, I literally used to tell her, like, she's stupid and retarded before we even got together, anything. And we started from this thing, like, a terrible expectation that she's not even going to be a part of my life. And I spoke to her more, and my expectations, they were like, damn, bro, wow, this person is awesome, everything. And my expectations, which were supposed to be this, it went through the roof. And business and dating is almost the same, I think so. Like, what is dating, what is business? You get leads, you convert leads into customers with your sales and your persuasion skills by showcasing to the prospect that you're the best compared to everyone else in the market out there. I mean, it's pretty simple if you put it that way. So in dating, you just saw that if someone exceeds your expectations, you're naturally more likely to do business with them. You're naturally more drawn towards them. You like the person more. And as things get more and more competitive, especially in a business sense, you need to constantly be like overwhelming people, not in a bad way, but always exceeding their expectations. And that was the entire aim of Charlie's video. Like, that is all he said in this video. Whatever people say, like, whenever people click on a video of yours, whenever people like click on an ad, whenever people click on a funnel, whenever people start working with you, whenever they come on a sales call, whenever they do like literally anything, every interaction should have one goal, one end state in mind. That this person, whatever his expectation, like level of expectation was, that if I do this, I'm gonna get this thing. You should always be over exceeding them. And a very cool story which recently came to my mind, like, I was going to the gym yesterday in the evening. So I was cycling on the way there, and the sun was setting. It was absolutely like a beautiful scene. I was just looking at the golden, orangey, golden hour sunlight, and it was just beautiful, man. And there's a guy who was on a bike, and he stops next to me. Like, not stop, but he kind of slowed down his bike and everything. And I must have been at around 20, 30 kilometers per hour in speed. So he braked, he slowed down, and I was like, damn, bro, like, who the fuck is this person? Then he did this thing with his helmet, like, basically lifted up his helmet. And I could kind of understand, okay, this is the person. Then he brought his hand forward, and I was like, okay, but bro, like, this person actually knows me. He's extending his hand to shake hands with me, basically. I shook his hand, and when I heard his voice, I figured out, okay, this is that person. Like, I could not basically like make out who the person was in the helmet. And he asked me a simple question. Saumil, it has been almost a month. Why haven't you come for a haircut? I simply met my old barber over there. And this person was like fairly young. He's 19, 20 years old in second year of university and college. And he's like a hairdresser by profession as well. And I always used to go to him. Our vibes, everything, it just used to match and everything. And overall, I always went to him. Every 2 weeks, I went there I was like, bro, just give me a buzz cut, give me a military cut, and it was a good time. Nothing wrong with him. And he was thinking, like, why had I not come since such a long period of time? And I could not give him an answer. And if you're wondering if this is the person who cuts my hair, the answer is no. So recently I wanted to get a haircut, and the place where I was like, there are two gyms in my locality. The place I was going to that day, like let's say my house is over here. There's a gym this side, and there's a gym this side as well. So yesterday I was going to the gym which is this side of my house, and I met the person on the way. But one random day in the morning, the gym which is over here, that's better in the mornings. I just prefer going there in the mornings. So when I want to go to the gym in the evening, I go to this one, and when I want to go in the morning, I go to the gym towards the left side of my house. So I was there, and I was like, bro, this new salon has opened up. It looks extremely clean, it looks extremely neat, it's new, modernistic, the lighting, everything is good. I'll just try it out. So I just go to this salon just to try it out, just to see what it's actually about and everything. And I kid you not, I've not ever met a better barber ever in my life. Like this guy, I've added like this square over his face because I'm not sure if he's comfortable being on YouTube or something, and I did not want to add this picture without his consent or something. So I'm in my gym clothes, like I train, and I end up directly at this place, and I go there, and I'm like, bro, you're the fucking best barber I've met. Not just because of the fact like he cut my hair fantastically, whatever, I just tell people to give me a buzz cut. So there's not a lot of creativity when it comes to the haircuts and everything. But you know when someone cuts your hair and you can just tell that this person loves his job. When you look at someone and they're genuinely having fun with it. Like, I'm sure like whatever, it took him like what, 25-30 minutes to give me a haircut, which could normally easily have been done in like 5 to 7 minutes as well. But he was taking care of all the small nitty gritty details, everything. And obviously I like to speak to everyone I see. Like, I have a rule, like speak to everyone you ever come across in your life, try to make the day better, try to make the life better. And I was speaking to him, I was asking about his story, and this guy is younger than me. Like, he's 17-18 years old, not even 18. So he was earlier working in Bangalore, a pretty big city in India, and he had to leave Bangalore because he was not allowed to cut hair over there because he was under 18 and he did not even have like the Aadhaar card or something. So yeah, he's pretty young. He's been cutting hair for like 3 fucking years already. And when he speaks about cutting hair, I was asking him like, oh, what do you do? Like, how did you learn it? Everything. I could see genuine passion in his eyes. When I asked him about his dreams and aspirations for the future, most people are like, yeah, I'll just stick to this job, whatever. The passion with which he said, this is what I want to do in my future, this is how I want to take my career ahead in this exact field. I was like, holy fucking shit, this is an awesome person. When the haircut was finally done, I was like, damn, bro, this is genuinely one of the best haircuts I've had in my life. You know, like, I don't know what they call it outside of India. I think they call it a straight edge. So straight edge is basically something like a straight razor which you use to shave and everything. Like you add a blade over there and you do it like this, and you basically like shave your face and everything. In Hindi, the local language in India, it's called Ustra. So what all the barbers, at least in India, do, I don't know what it's like outside of India, but what all barbers in India do, like they have the Ustra, like the straight edge, and every single time a new customer comes, they just apply a new razor, like a new blade. So they have blades which cost like 2 rupees, which is like 2 cents in US dollars, and they just change the razor, like the blade, and they do it. This guy had what you call a disposable razor, like the plastic ones which you see, like you find it, all these celebrities are obviously like every time promoting it, the plastic, I don't even know what you fucking call them, I'm not a fucking expert in this shit, but basically he had the more expensive thing, because the plastic ones, I'm pretty sure they are like what, almost 10 times more expensive. And that was the first time I ever saw, like maybe I'm just living in the wrong places, but that was the first time I saw someone in India actually use that. I was speaking to him, I was asking him, like, what separates a good barber and a bad barber, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, it's just like fucking cutting hair. The knowledge he shared, like, okay, this is how you fucking dye hair. If you want more salary as a barber, you need to figure out how to dye hair for women as well, because those are like usually the highest paying customers and everything. So, long story short, this guy, my experience was with him. I did not expect it to be great because it was a new salon, it has opened up new and everything. It's like, it's a new thing. And I'm saying goodbye to something which I've trusted for years. And I go here, my expectations were over here, and he fucking exceeded, sorry, my expectations. What do you think happened after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks? I go to him again. And the old guy, who I have been going there since 5 fucking years, this guy stole a customer, a 5-year-old customer from him, just because he exceeded the expectations I had. The other guy was not wrong. It's not like he gave me a shit haircut or anything. They're obviously like all lovely, fantastic, awesome people. I still love them as human beings. I've been going there for 5 years. This is the expectations I have. Okay, I'll go to the shop. This is what's gonna happen. And they meet the expectations. Obviously, if they do not meet the expectations, like there was a new shop which opened up, like a new barber shop. I went there like 2 to 3 times, and they were literally below my expectations. They were absolutely terrible at the job and everything. I never went there again. So if you're not even meeting the expectations people have when they interact with you, you get nothing. But a lot of the people, they kind of like meet the expectations, which in the online world is extremely fucking rare, by the way. Like, everyone is just over promising, and they cannot even meet the expectations. But there are some people who exceed and surpass the fucking expectations. And these people are the legends who are absolutely destroying it. The people who are absolutely fucking killing it. Like, that day I realized this guy is correct. If you truly want to get so rich that your parents think you sell drugs, you need to always, in each and every single interaction you have with the world, with the outside world, because all the money which you want, all the things which I want, which you want, it is going to be given to us by someone else. In order for us to make money, me and you, someone else has to give us money. So, like, we have to have all the interaction, like all the interactions we have with anyone apart from ourselves. I'll even argue, like, the way you interact with yourself, that's more important than anything else, in my humble opinion. That has to always surpass your expectations. And if there's a person who does it consistently, they get so rich that their parents fucking think they sell drugs or some shit. Because I know for this certainty, this guy is going to be India's one of the, like, the highest paid barbers in India, at least in the town, at least in the state, because you see passion in him. Like, every single hairdresser has been dying to get rid of him. Like, every salon owner, whatever. He shows me, like, the people who want him to work for the company. Every single month, his salary is increasing. Like, last month, he got a 15% salary raise in 1 month. He worked at a salary for the person, for the employer, for a month. The employer was, by the way, also paying for his accommodation, food, everything. So the salary is like literally just extra money. And he got a 15% hike, a 15% raise, because he's the absolute best fucking barber. He exceeded the expectations of customers, of the owner, of the employer who he was working for. For example, there's a sales rep in my company called Godwin. He fucking exceeded the expectations I had from a sales rep. And even though he was not the best, I won't lie to you, he was not the best at sales, I liked him as a person. Because my expectations for him were over here, and he surpassed them. He exceeded them. Not as a sales rep, but as a human as well. And I just figured out, like, that's the fucking secret. If you want to make like shitloads of money. Here's like how I practically fucking applied it, and how you can apply this shit practically as well. Under promise and over deliver. That's the only thing. Because you need to realize 100 million offers by Alex Hormozy. If you heard about it 2 years ago, maybe you were special. But now every idiot has read 100 million offers, and they just listen to Hormozy, dream out, come effort and sacrifice, time delay, all of these things, like what are the like perceived likelihood of achievement. So they make bigger and bigger claims to increase the dream outcome. They make up like fucking fake case studies, or they make up some random fucking facts or something to increase the perceived likelihood of achievement in order to decrease the effort and sacrifice. They tell people like, yeah, you don't have to do anything, I'll fucking do everything, I'll give you a fucking blowjob as well, whatever. And in order to reduce the time delay, they say, yeah, you're gonna get these results in like 2 minutes, and in order to reverse the risk, everything, if you do not get these results, I'll pay your fucking grandma's cancer bills as well in the hospital, I'll fucking ensure your grandma lives to like 269 years or some crap. I get it, bro. You've read it, I've read it, and there was something which was genuinely wrong. I read the book, I applied all the principles, I completed all of the checklist, everything which Alex said in 100 million offers. I read it. Everything on theory made sense, everything on paper made sense. I was like, bro, like Alex made money with this, everyone else is making money with this. So when I'm doing it, why the fuck is that not working? And the answer was pretty simple. Like, there's a concept called stimuli entropy. Whatever, like, stimuli is basically anything which causes a reaction. So for example, if I want more customers, if I want someone to click on my ad, if I want someone to basically watch my YouTube video, if I want someone to click on my cold email, if I want someone to do anything, I need to introduce a variable which would force them to do the same. So that is basically like a stimuli. A open line, like a subject line, an email subject line is a stimuli. An ad copy is the stimuli. An offer is the stimuli. If everyone is saying we're going to help you get XYZ thing, that's a stimuli which people are using to sign more clients. And there's a thing known as stimuli entropy. That with time, as time passes, all stimuli, they fucking die. They move towards death and decay. All the systems which are built, they move fucking death and move towards fucking death and decay. That's the universal principle of the world. You cannot argue against universal fucking laws. Like, that's not how the world works or something like that. So this is like universal shit. Like, this is not like woo, all of that crap. Like, this shit is actually fucking real. All stimuli, it moves toward death and decay. And there's also a concept known as ad fatigue. Like, that's a concept from the advertising world, which basically means that if an ad is being shown to a lot of people repeatedly, eventually people become numb to it. That is something like, I don't remember the exact term, but if someone is exposed to a certain type of stimuli again and again, they kind of become numb to it. I mean, like, whenever you buy a new phone, it kind of feels novel, you kind of feel excited, but you've been exposed to it like 100, 200, 1,000 times after like 2 years, that it's not anything new. You're not happy, you're not filled with joy or something. You're not like, bro, like this shit is different or something. Like, it's normal now. So when people are repeatedly exposed to a certain stimuli, they kind of become numb to it. And because everyone is reading 100 million offers, they're using the 100 million offer GPT in ChatGPT. They're using Alex Hormozzi's custom AI bot, whatever, to build out offers and everything. The offers look and sound exactly the same. And when they reach out to the market using the exact same offer, because those people have heard that offer so many times, they kind of numb to it. Number two, even if they're not numb to it, the stimuli, it entropies. And what was working maybe 2 years ago probably won't work anymore. Last but not the least, if these people have seen, like, let's say X type of offer, let's say someone reached out to them using an X type of email, whatever, and they got burned by that person, even if you're a legit person, even if you're a legit business, if you resemble anything, like if you resemble the person who they got burnt by, they're gonna automatically assume you're gonna burn them as well. Like, it's human nature. If something appears like this, like, how do I even explain it? Like, let's say I'm wearing these earphones and I'm listening to music using this, and this fucking blasts in my ear and I'm unable to hear. I'll be so scared of wearing white fucking headphones again that even though it might just be the fault of this headphone company that they made shitty headphones or something, I won't ever wear headphones in my life again just because I had a previous bad experience. So if someone wants to sell me music listening devices, they have to ensure I'm getting the same thing, but they have to package it differently. Because even if this is like the best fucking music device, if it resembles something which I have had negative experiences or connotations in the past with, I'm not gonna buy this. But if they try to sell me like the speaker over here, I will buy it. Because it fulfills the need I have of listening to music, of listening to stuff. and it does not resemble things which I've been burnt by. So even if you're legit, even if you're genuine, but you look and sound like other people who overpromise and underdeliver everything because they've read 100 million offers, if you have the exact same dream outcome, the exact same mechanism, if you are exactly like selling Facebook ads, Google ads, like all the other random people, if you're selling personal branding like all the random people, and you look and sound exactly like the same, you have the same exact guarantee, we work with you for free until you do, if you don't make 2x your money back, we pay you back in full, whatever, if you sound like everyone else, even though you might be genuine, even though you might be legit, because people have become numb to the exact same message, because people have been burnt by people who said the exact same thing you've said before, they're not gonna trust you. And that is gonna cause like a whole host of problems. So this is exactly what I'm doing in order to actually apply this fucking concept. I'm just fucking under promising and over delivering. If you go to the exact offer I have, which I sell to people, So if you go through the exact offer, the promise I have, minimum 3 to 5 clients every single month in the short term, all on a pay on results basis. Fully, so my offer, my promise is simple. Minimum 3 to 5 high ticket clients, $1 investment in their agency turns into minimum $52. So 52x return on investment. And an agency that profits ever, like basically the biggest and like the main promise I have, minimum 3 to 5 high ticket clients, and the fact that they get a 52x ROI, return on investment. Now I can go and I can use the exact same thing in my lines, because if you look at it, the dream outcome is obviously greater in the same. But I was like, bro, the people who are reading these emails and everything, they have heard this, they've read this. So this is the exact same email campaign which I just set up today, and this is what the email which I'm sending out to acquire clients and customers for my business looks like. Hey David, like obviously David is just an example, like the first name is changed automatically using my software sales engine. Hey David, was scrolling through LinkedIn and found you. I know you're busy, will be direct. If you can handle a couple more clients right now, I'd love to help you sign your next one at zero charge just to build some trust. I fucking know this guy is getting like emails left, right, and center. Like, I fucking understand that this guy does not trust people anymore. Like, I know he has zero fucking trust left in the market, because everyone is promising the world. Everyone is like telling them, yeah, I'll get you to the fucking moon, and I'll also ensure that you do not have to invest a single penny. Whatever, all of that crap. I know he has been bombarded. So the stupid way, the way for me to get in the rat race would be to promise more and more shit, like make crazier and crazier fucking claims. Like, let's say you are in the e-commerce niche and you have like a fucking marketing agency. The average ROS, like the average ROAS these agencies have to promise is like 5 to 30x. Imagine telling someone you have to invest $1 into ads and you have to make a minimum 5 to 30 times more back, at least, in order for you to think that we did kind of like a decent job. Imagine you have like an agency for e-commerce brands and you promise them a 20x ROAS. Even if you get them like a 10x ROAS, which is like a 10 times return on ad spend, so they invest $1 into ads and they make $10 back. Even if they get that, even if they're able to get like awesome fucking results, they're gonna hate you because you promised them 20x and you delivered less than that. So I know I can promise him like a 52x ROI. Firstly, he won't even trust me. He's gonna think I'm exactly like all the other idiots who have fucking taken his money and burnt him and everything. So I'm like, bro, I'll just help you sign your next client at zero charge to build some trust. That's the fucking thing I use. And maybe if I use this like 5 years ago, this email wouldn't work. Because he would be like, yeah, that's like not very great or something. I should, like, everyone who's reaching out to me, he should be processing them, like he should be like fucking promising me more shit. But times have changed. We live in a fucking trust recession where the only way for us to win, the only way for us to get like so fucking rich that our parents think that we sell fucking drugs and some shit, is to be like this guy. The guy who under promises and over delivers, exceeds the expectation so much that we become a customer of this person for life. We never ever have to change who we work with. And that's the way I'm going to be practically fucking applying this shit. Under promising and over delivering. Even though I can get him like a 52x ROI, I'll just promise him, bro, next client, zero charge, just to build some trust. Yeah, that's basically what I plan on doing. I hope you got fucking value out of this. if you got anything to say, like any questions, if you want any fucking topics to be covered, drop them in the comment. And yeah, description has a lot of cool shit. Bye, check it out. Bye bye, man. Take care. Boom.